Blizzard is planning to make Hardcore Classic WoW a thing. No longer will you need the add-on or any of that to compete in the Hardcore Challenge. So let's not waste any time at all. Let's get right into the news and how we know this. For those of you who have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, tons of players have been playing and enjoying the current resurgence of Classic era WoW, which has been attributed to the Hardcore add-on challenge. TLDR, for this challenge you can't trade with, mail, or use the auction house with other players, and most importantly, if you die at any point, you have to delete your character and restart. So, an official version made by Blizzard that wouldn't use the add-on is likely in the works as we speak. A Reddit post was made talking about a conversation that the creators of the Hardcore add-on and Blizzard had on Discord. They didn't want to spoil too much for us, out of respect for Blizzard, but what we do know is that Blizzard asked them for details on how to implement hardcore well, making sure that they nail it and have all their priorities in order. Like, for example, with the griefing that has been happening to some streamers, for example, which I think is amazing to hear that that's something that they're concerned with and want to make sure doesn't happen. Not only that, a new encrypted classic era build that was found on the MDev2 CDM, as well as some previous data mining, all heavily points towards hardcore servers being worked on right now. So in conclusion, what does this mean? Well, we can't know for sure when these servers will be coming out, but if I had to guess, I would say it's likely with a new season of Mastery or an update so that they can actually implement these new hardcore specific servers. This is exactly what I think the community wants from Blizzard, as this new way of playing Classic WoW has really breathed a breath of fresh air into the game for many players. If you are enjoying Classic WoW once again, then be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what has made it feel fresh and fun again for you, and I'll be responding to every comment. On to our next topic. Now, Blizzard didn't want this to get leaked, but it did. The leak in question is a cinematic that has to do with patch 10.2. Fair warning, there will be spoilers in this section of the video. There's a timestamp on your screen if you wish to skip it and avoid the spoilers. Just know you have been warned. This cinematic has a lot to do with the Emerald Dream and what Blizzard plans to do with it during this expansion. For those of you who don't mind spoilers, I will play the cinematic now and talk about it and what it means for the future of Dragonflight.
For soon, Azeroth will welcome from the dream, a symbol of hope, and together we shall protect it.
This cinematic, as you saw, shows the birth of a new world tree that will be in the Dragon Isles. This supports some of the previous information that was found in a build that Blizzard released where there was some Emerald Dream outdoor gear sets. So, with all this in mind, many believe that the next patch after 10.1 will have us traveling to the Emerald Dream, which would definitely fit in line with the Green Dragonflight storyline in Dragonflight. With all of that out of the way, we can focus on some patch 10.1 content. So, of course, right after I released my last video, Wowhead makes a post about a new cinematic that Blizzard released. It shows us some more of the Primal Incarnates opening the way, no pun intended, to the new zone, the Zaralak Caverns. They use their mastery over earth and ice to make the ground weak before Farak turns into a big fireball and blows open a huge entrance to the new zone. The ending to this cinematic is actually a reverse of the last one, where Sarkareth was hiding to spy on the Incarnates. This time, Iridikron tells us that Aberrus is a trap that will lead to Sarkareth, Emberthal, and the Black Dragonflight to fight amongst themselves. So there's not too much to talk about with this, but Blizzard did release their roadmap for patch 10.1, so you can see it on your screen now, but it is always nice to know what features are coming to a new patch and when they're coming so you can look forward to them and be ready for what you're excited for most. I think all WoW players can appreciate knowing where the game's headed, so I for one am definitely glad to see this. If you haven't heard yet, Blizzard is increasing the gear trading time for items you may get from a dungeon or raid from 2 hours to 4 hours. But the timer will now continue even if you log out, which it didn't in the past. I thought this was a pretty unimportant change until I learned that guilds in the Race to World First used to use the old system that we have currently to allow for better loot distribution. They would do this with what is called a loot mule. Basically, you take a character with you into your raid, give them all the loot drops, and then they log out. They could then hold on to these items for up to days sometimes so that they can optimize trading the loot around after they've gotten other drops from other content. This is very common with the very rare items where they would wait to see what their vaults contained so that they could avoid any duplications. I can kind of understand where Blizzard is coming with this change. You know, they are trying to move away from the super complicated min maxing and little things like that. But I think that in the context of the Race to World First, I think these things are actually exciting for a casual player. You get to see things you've never seen before, and it really inspires you, and it's just interesting to see. So I personally think that little min maxes like this are fun for the game, but I can understand where Blizzard is coming from as well. That's all the news I have for you guys this week. If you want to continue staying up to date on Blizzard games with just one channel, then be sure to subscribe and click the bell. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.